as you move through and you add your touch sensor, you're going to want to go to the orange section here. I know that yellow is labeled sensors, but that's not where you want to go. Instead, you want to go to the orange section, and you're actually going to click on a weight block, and you're going to drag, wait for the gray block, and drop. In the mode selector, this is where you're going to want to switch it from time to the option of touch sensor. And you're going to notice that we're going to go to compare, state, and you have some options here. One is if it's released, pressed, and bumped. We're going to talk about pressed, and as you can tell from the diagram, it means that the touch sensor is not being touched, and this would be if you were to run into an object and it were to be pressed in. Once we're going to wait for that to be pressed in, and then we'll carry on to the next block of code. So for example, I might set this to press and have a touch sensor in the front of my robot, and once I have the touch sensor pressed, I might make my robot back up slightly and then make a turn, and that way I can just have my motor set up to go forwards, wait for that press, back up slightly, and then make a turn so I can clear the wall. So it might actually look something like this, where I string the code together, where I might do the move tank. I'm going to slide this in between, wait for that gray block, drop it in, and I'm going to have it just turn on. On. And now what will happen is they're going to go forward to 50 power until, or we're going to wait until it gets pressed. And then I'm going to make my robot back up by typing in -50. Enter. Same thing for C, otherwise it's going to turn. -50. Enter. And this is going to go for one rotation. And then I can again use the move tank to make it turn, let's say right. And I'll just make C go -50. And the way this code will work is the robot will run forever until, which is what we're waiting for that touch sensor to be pressed, and then it will carry out the rest of the code, which will back up one rotation and then make a turn to the right. So to use that press on the touch sensor, that's a scenario in which you would use that. Good luck.